Yeah, good evening, everyone. Firstly, I want to thank every member of the class for our cooperation since the beginning of the section during our first semester, and thank God, second semester is coming to an end. This lecture is going to be the last lecture for ICT for Christian Ministry. That is ICT for Christian Ministry 2. So today is going to be the last subject. But if anybody have any questions, you are free to come to my office, or you give me a call, or you send me message. So if you have any question, maybe some area that you don't understand, you are free to ask questions. I will gladly answer or attend to all your calls. At the beginning of the semester, we will talk about pastor and church sound. Pastor and church sound. And we talk about so many things about church sound, why the church sound is so important to the pastor. Pastor make use of sound on service basis. Anytime that we have one service or the other in the church, there is a need for pastor to make use of the sound. So it's a thing that the church as a whole must take very serious. So we don't joke with church sound. And talking about the church sound is something that will start even when we are in the stage of construction or constructing the church. Because when you just build the church and you don't consider the sound, it will surely affect when you finish. So it's something that you think of, or you invite those that have the knowledge about this while you are doing your architectural design. So we talk about so many things about church sound. We also talks about some of the equipment. Hmm? Some of the equipment or the essential equipment for church sound. There are some of the things you you come across in the course of sound, but I want you to take note of what we are going to discuss today. Uh, Generally, I will not call it vision. Let me call it overview of what we have talked about this semesters. Uh, like the essential equipment for church sound. If we are to talk about them, we talk about microphones, we talk about snakes, we talk about mixer, we talk about amplifiers, we talk about the speakers, we talk about the effect compressors, and we talk about the monitors. We have some monitors that we normally put at the altars for the instrumentalists and the rest. We also talk about the equalizers, like phantoms, the tone of sound. So when we are talking about the essential equipment that we need for church sound, those are the equipment. Those are the equipment like microphone, snakes. Snakes is a form of extension. We can refer to it as extension. Is mixer extension. When you have a mixer or you have a console room where you install your mixer, but because of the wire. So when we are talking about the essential uh, equipment, those are the essential equipment for church sound. So I think I mentioned about nine. So you may be asked, if at all you are asked to mention maybe one or two or three, or even to for you to even to explain, you should be able to say one or two things about each of these. Like my microphone now. Microphone is a device that we use to capture sound. Hmm? We use microphone to capture sound, and we have different type of microphone. I'm just giving you the overview. I'm not giving you the deep explanation about it, but giving you the overview of what microphone is all about. Is a capture device that we can use to capture sound and put it into the sound system. You know, microphone receive sound from outside and give it to the sound system, which are maybe the mixer, the engine, and what have you. So and it produce it out from the speaker. So we have different type of microphones. We have uh, by dimension. We have series of them, so that you know what microphone is all about. Apart from microphone, we have amplifier. We have amplifier, which is the selector. Eh? These are the selector, mostly by power, and they have brand. You know, we have different type of amplifiers. And amplifiers should match the speaker. You know, I talk about this in the class, that your amplifier is should able to match your speakers. It's not that you are using 1,000 amps of amplifier and you'll be using 3,000 amps of speaker. Eh? It will not work out. It's going to damage your amplifier. And also, if you are also using a powerful amplifier, the speaker you put under it must not be too low, so that the amplifier also will not also destroy your speaker. Is amplifier is what that projects and that drive the speaker, is the one projecting our sound out through the speaker, is the one projecting our sound out. So it drive as the microphone give it to the amplifier release it to the speaker, and the speaker release it out. So when we are talking about speaker, also we are talking about what brings out the sound. What brings out the sound? The reason why I'm not using voice is not only voice that come out from the speaker. Sound generally, we have guitar, we have keyboard, we have gong, and some other sound also that comes out with the speaker. So it's the speaker that give all this out. I've explained what snake is all about. Snake is the extension, extension of a mixer. When you have a console room, and it's far from where maybe the instrumentalist and some where you place your distance, you may have something like a snake that will link your mixer to where they are playing, so that you will not just be moving wire, eh, constructing wire from your console room to every of your instruments. When you have something of a snake, it can be of maybe 12 ports, 14 ports, 24 ports. It different ports. Yeah. So when you can take it to the instrumentalist side, they plug all whatever they want to plug. All those channels is also released on the mixer. They work directly with the mixer. So it's just an extension. Each of those things works with it. When we are talking about the effects, mm, you know the effects. We have the effect for compressors. We have effect like reverb, like chorus, delay, and some other things. All those things they are on the mixer, where you can just fine tune. Make sure that you limit the volume, so that one will not be higher than the other. Everything is going to be on the normal range. You have to fine tune all those things, so that everything will be at a good level. Talking about the monitors, is speakers that gives the us like feedback. This feedback is not the feedback about noise. It's like serve as a feedback for the preacher, either for the preacher or for the instrumentalist, so that they can hear what they are playing. So and also we have the equalizer, uh, which is give us how to fine tune our our mixer. It help us to fine tune it so that the good voice can come out from our mixer, and those are the equipment that we need for church sound. So it's about nine, and it's more than that. I just mentioned nine for the sake of the class. We can search for more and talk about more. So if at all you are asked to maybe to mention or even to talk about and those things, we also have auxiliary. Hmm? We have auxiliary, we have effects. So those things we should not forget about them. Uh, I at the beginning I said we talk about church sound, and from church sound we move to uh, how we can extend our congregation beyond the wall. I want to move the two together. You know, the process of extending your church beyond the wall, it is a way of evangelism, is a way of spreading the gospel around the world. That you don't want to be a local pastor, but you want to be a global pastor or a global preacher, which you're able to touch lives beyond your uh, four corner of the church. When you want to do that, I said we are going to talk about five things under that. When you want to do that, you must have what is talked about capture of voice, audio, and also the picture. We also have the archive, we have the duplication, which is duplicate, and we have the website, and also we have the social media. So when we are talking about capture, we talk about the capture of the audio, that you must make sure that you record all your services. It will not cost you anything to record it down. uh, some of us will be thinking that okay, I don't have gadgets, I don't have this, I don't have that. You can start from somewhere. In those days, we use a tape recorder to record. Some people use deck. They connect it with their engine when they are not even using mixer, and you can record down. Cassette is still possible if you want to record it on cassette, but let's just even forget about using cassette. We can record on our phones. Our phone is there that we can use for recording. You can connect your phone to your engine directly, and you record. If at all you don't even connect your phone to your engine, you can just place your phone on the altar with you and you start recording. So recording all your messages down is very, very important. But I think the church should invest in that line too. No matter how little our church may be, we can still invest in that area, that we record down. If we don't even have the capacity to record the video, we can record the audio. But recording of video these days is not even difficult. Thank God for phones. We can use phone as a camera to record whatever things we want to record. We can also use phone to do the capturing of the pictures too. So phone can do the three for us these days. When you are not buoyant enough to have laptop and some other recording gadgets, you can use phone for everything you want to do about the recording. So let's make sure that we do the capturing. Capturing, when you capture, then you duplicate. That is the duplication. When you capture, after that, you try to duplicate whatever you have recorded down. Duplication is for you to make more copies. When you make more copies, it can be serve as a way of evangelism, pushing it out to people. That is one. You can also make profit from it. When you duplicate, you can make profit from it. Profit in the sense that maybe we have some churches that they do sell what what they produce every Sunday. People buy it at a lower rate, but is whether being little or not little, the income is coming into the church. Even we have some that do it for profit, and the church does not even collect uh, dime from the, because someone gave that testimony that he started recording it, and when he showed it to the pastor, pastor sees as a way of assisting that person. Okay, be doing it. Every money that you see there is yours. So after that, after recording, said to people, they will take the money to the pastor. Pastor will say, "Go away with it." You know, that one has also kept the person going. It also have more passion for it because at least something is coming to his purse. So it's a way of income. We can, whether we do it for someone or we want to be doing it for the church. So something will be coming in also for the church in that area too. So, and I'm very, very sure people will love to buy. People will love to buy because they know that they are going to listen to it. So even some people may just want to collect the soft copy. If you don't even record it on the CD, they may want to collect the soft copy. Okay, give me the soft copy. They will just copy it on to their phones and be listening to it. So when we don't duplicate, there is no way all that is going to be possible. And the third one is archive. When we are talking about archive, we are talking about our library. That is just about archive, the library, that all those things that we've recorded down, we need to keep them somewhere. If you don't keep it, when you get lost, that is the final. So, when you preach a message today, you duplicate it, you have a copy as an extra so that anytime, any day, you yourself can still listen to it. We can also go back to it. As I've used to say, that in Baptist setting, that you have series of programs, uh, that you started a topic, maybe part one, part two, you are thinking of continue, and you just see some program will just creep in. Okay, Odun is coming now. They will do Mother's Day. Maybe after Mother's Day, some Children Day, Kinikan Day. Before you know it, what you yourself are preaching it baby. No? So, but when you have something in your library, you can easily pick it, listen to it back, and know where you stopped. Our library does not only stop at that. You can also post it on your Facebook. Is your library. That is a virtual library for you. You can keep it on your YouTube. Is also a virtual library for you. You can keep it on your cloud, on your cloud drive. So wherever you even lost maybe the physical one that you see with your eyes, you can easily go back to the online and download it back. So archives is very, very important that we should take very, very serious. And we talk about the website. That website serve as a mouthpiece. As a mouthpiece where you cannot get to, your website will get there. And people will search for your website and they will see what you believe, what is this church believe, what do you do as a church. They want to know what you are up to as a church. Okay, I want to become your member. Let me know what you do in your church. So by searching through your website, they will be able to know what you believe. But some may have websites and they will not update it. People will not able to know much about them. But even let's check churches all around. Hardly will you see church or churches in this environment that have websites. We're supposed to grow beyond that. Website is not costly. We can design a website that is less than 200,000. We can design the website of 170, 200, 150. It depends on how we want it to look like. So the website designing is not something so expensive that we should be running away from it. Even through our website, we can also generate income. We can generate funds for the church. We can receive grants. We can receive help from people. When people browse through our website and see what we believe, okay, I want to partner with this church. But when you don't have a website, why do they know what you do in your church? So we need to get a website and make sure that we put everything on our website. The lastly on how we can extend our job beyond the world is social media. When we are talking about social media, we are talking about how we use uh, the social media to extend the gospel. It makes gospel run very very fast to every angle to the world. When you make use of the social media, uh, people receive your message quickly. People receive your message quickly. There is no uh, limit to where you can get to. Hmm? You make use of the maybe Facebook, YouTube, and some other social media for your streaming. Eh? People get your message quickly. People get your message quickly. They have access to whatever you are doing your choice. Since you live stream it, even at all if you don't even live stream it, maybe you record it down and you post it later, hmm, through your social media, people get access to it. It's you can't say where that video will get to. Maybe the short video is wherever video that you do and you post it online, you can't tell what effect that short video will make, or the impact that that video will make in the life of people. So if God is laying something on your mind that okay, do so thing, don't just take it for levity hand. You can record a prayer, post it wherever you get to. God will touch people's life, and through it, people will receive people will receive their healings, they will receive their deliverance. So website is the last one in that area, and it makes our uh, church to extend beyond the wall. So that is that about the social media. Let me talk about the positive impact of social media too. If you are asked to give positive impact about the social media, we should know one or two things to say about that. And when we are talking about the positive impact of about the social media, we are talking about that it unites the church. Social media unite the church. Social media like WhatsApp, so Tango, and some other ones that Instagram, Twitter that we use for our browsing. It unites the church. When you chat, people chat, release different informations, announcements, and some other things. It brings everybody together. Those that you've seen before, you see them responding to your messages and this and that. Everybody is going to be on the same page. Everybody will be on the same page. So it unites the church. It brought more people to the church. Well, it brought people to the church in the sense that uh, so it brought people to the church. Just like maybe you have a Facebook account, Instagram, Twitter, and some other account like that, that you post something about your church. Maybe you just do a flyer and you post something. So it brings people into the church. So people it is a way of inviting people into the church, and they will come for your program. And even your member that have been thinking that okay, I'm not coming to the church today, can also even come when they see one flyer or the other about what is going on in the church. It facilitates knowledge about uh, the church to the unbelievers. The unbelievers, when we see us online, they will know, okay, this is what I've been, I think Christian is like this, but I have different feelings about them now. Okay, so this is what you believe, this is what you do, this is what you do. When they see our programs online, so they listen to it, oh, truly Jesus can save, truly Jesus can heal, truly Jesus can do this. Yeah. When they listen to people's testimonies, and they see that our God is real, so he facilitate knowledge about the church to the unbelievers. I also bring it. So as I was saying, talking about the positive impact of social media to the church, that more people are being preached and converted. You have people or more people to preach to when you make use of the social media. So through the Facebook, through the WhatsApp, through Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media, YouTube. you have much people to preach to, and as you preach out to more people get converted. So that is another positive aspect of social media, and it makes it so evil that anybody can also preach the gospel, whether you are shy, like the one I'm doing right now. I can start preaching right now. So, and after that, I post it out. For someone uh, that is scared or is having the phobia of facing people. So we can. It has been so easy now that you can just sit down at the corner of your house and you preach and you post it out. Those are the positive impacts of the social media to the church. When we are talking about the negative aspects, if at all you are asked to mention the positive, you may also be asked to mention the negative too. So people use their phone in the church. Hmm? People make use of their phone in the church. They people don't the consciousness is no longer there. When we're in the church today, people just use their phone anyhow. They just make use of their phone anyhow. So because of the uh, the mentality of social media, you see people taking pictures, recording, and some other things in the church while the service is going on, and people also get they get lost or they lose focus easily while service is going on, because when they bring their phone to the church, call me, messages and some other things, they are carried away. Easily they are carried away from the service. So they are carried away from what is going on in the church. So that is another disadvantage. It also is expensive to run. If we are not buoyant enough sometimes, if you want to do it big, it's expensive. Talking about you getting some quality equipment for social media or for your media, like buying a laptop, get data and some other cameras and some other things that you may need. But as I've said, if you have a phone can do all that we've mentioned. You can start from there. You can start from there. So don't be scared about talking about the price that is expensive. So when we are talking about that is expensive, it's expensive if you want to make use of those quality things. And it can cripple church finance if the care is not taken. If you are too depend that okay, this and that, I want to get this, I want to get that, it can cripple church finance. You can wreck church finance down. So if the care is not taken, so as I've said that people lose control when in the church, and also church gets associated with negative propaganda. When you use social media in the church during church, you see people posting several things, and they will say several things that is not being said out, and they can easily pick even some area of what you don't say and begin to say it out, post it out. We do see short video that people will post. They will not capture the whole sentence or the whole scenario. They will only pick some aspect out, and they will tag it all around, and you say, you'll be looking at, is our pastor saying this? Is this saying this? Is our pastor that do this? So it makes people to get associated with propaganda too. And also, churches need to spend more time during if there is any issue, damage caused by all the social media. So, but that one is a general aspect that it happens everywhere. So because of our time, let me just be limiting it little by little. We also talk about networking. We talk about the networking when we talk about pastor and networking. We say networking is a process of connecting two or more computers together in order for them to share resources, files, videos, and some other things. When they are connected together, they will able to share resources and networking, they're able to be connected to one another. We also talk about types of networking. We talk about LAN, we talk about PAM, we talk about MAN, we talk about WAN, which is local area network. We talk about personal area network. We talk about the metropolitan area network, and also we talk about the wide area network. So let me just be limiting it little by that because of our time. We also talk about the advantage of the networking. When we are talking about the advantage of the networking, we say that the peripherals such as uh, okay, when we are talking about the positive or advantage of the networking, I said peripherals such as printer can be shared on the network. You know, when you have a 10 computer, 2 computers, 5 computers, we can have just only one printer for all of them. And you share the printer. When you share the printer, all of them can print from the same source. We just have one machine as a server, which one laptop or one desktop that the printer will be connected to, and other system connected to that server, they can also print as well. So when you have uh, uh, a network, it will make it so easy for you to just do that. So terminal are cheap than having a stand-up box. You know, when you have a terminal like what I've just said now, mm, you can easily just copy one document from one system, post one document from one system or the other. So when it makes it so easy than you having a stand-alone computer, stand-alone computer that you have a computer here, you have printer with it, you have a computer here, you have printer with you, you have scanner with it. No, we can use one scanner for all of them. We can use one printer for all of them. We can, since it's being shared, you can copy from one system or the other and the rest. So software can also be shared. If I don't have the Microsoft on my own, I can have a shared Microsoft, which all of us can make use of. So we can share Microsoft. We can also uh, run it. And you know, in that area, it make it so easy. It's very cheap for in terms of running. You know, it has limits our expenses. It has limit our expenses in that area. So talking about that is very cheap. It's very cheap. But when we are talking about disadvantage, looking at disadvantage generally, when we make use of the cable like LAN now, when the cable is broken, it is going to be a difficult issue because you may not know even the area where it's not good. And sometimes the cable can be expensive. We have some cable when we are talking about the fiber cable, they are expensive. So cable can be expensive to install sometimes also. And the faults when the cable is broken may not be easily be detected. So talking about the security measure too, the security measure of the is also needed when we are talking about the security aspect. The security aspect is also needed. So for the virus or people not to get connected to your system and also go away with your file. So when you are in in a network, you must make sure that you take your security so serious, so serious. So let me move to another topic like that. Let me talk about another topic. So if I told you being asked about method that you can use for your church members, eh? So let me go back to social media. Uh, if I told you I asked that if you mention ways that people use social media in the church, or ways that church even use the social media, we can use it for funding. mm, for funding, you can use it for fundraising in the church. We can use it for to grow membership. uh, as I've explained before, we can use it for grow membership. We can use it to share the gospel. We can use it for prayer requests, posting of our requests. We can use it for communication in the church. So there are so many things we can use social media for in the church. So as Ashanti, as I remember, I'll be talking about it uh, like that. So uh, I think towards the end of our class, we talk about the important issues on the social media in the church. ICT generally, important issue on ICT in the church. That ICT is very, very important in the church. That we're supposed to take it very, very serious. So we have some issues that are associated with the ICT in the church, and we talk about that ICT structurally for the church should be addressed in the sense that infrastructures in a comprehensive manner, as well as promoting computer literacy program. That we need to promote computer literacy in the church. We need to encourage people to learn more about ICT, about computer, so that they can also be dependent on their own. We can have people that have a computer center, they'll be using it for their income. We can have people, we can train people and through computer program in the church. And when they want to have one interview, or even they can use it as a means of surviving. Eh? Where when your conscience in they may request that they should have a computer knowledge. And when some person have able to be benefited from the church program, where could they low to love computer, that is one area too. We also talk about that we can use it for our outreach. And looking at outreach, we can use ICT for our outreach. And I also talks about that we should have a library in the church. Many of our people may not able to avoid internet. We can have a computer lab in the church where people can come and make use of the computer in the church, where people can browse. It's not by if a church can have internet that people make use of. At least people are the one paying every fees in the church. People won't want to become members náà ló ń dá tọrọ kọ́bọ̀ tó ń fi dá. We can also use it for the church too. So we can have internet in the church so that those that are less privileged can come to the church, make use of it, or whenever they're in the church, they can be a beneficiary of it too. So we still have some other things underneath that we can talk about. Yeah. So uh, under the church sound, let me go back to church sound. Let me go back to the church sound. I talk about feedback. Hmm? Talking about the feedback. When we talk about the feedback, this feedback I'm talking about now, I'm talking about the noise. I'm not talking about the feedback as a monitor, but I'm talking about the noise. So if there is a method of reducing feedback or reducing noise, and there's a method of reducing feedback or reducing noise. The first one we can say you can easily turn down your volume when there is noise. You can easily turn down your volume, and I told us that we have two volumes on our mixer. One is gain, one is master volume. So the first one I talked about is the master volume. The other one, if you sometimes also you can reduce the gain. It's also a volume too. Gain as a equalizer, you can also reduce it. You can also reduce your monitor system, those speakers, and those equalizer. You can draw it down a little bit. So when you have feedback as a noise. Also, you can also move away your microphone from the speakers, from the source of the feedback. There's some speakers which they easily attract noise. So there's some even microphone also that easily attract noise. So you can take away your microphone away from the noise too. So you can also use a wide front equalizer. Your equalizer, you can use it to fine tune where there is noise. So when the treble is too high, you can lower it a little bit. Even sometimes when the bass is too much, it will come out with a feedback. So you can also reduce it as well. So let me just move away from that. I just remember that we have something like that too. Lastly, we talk about the how we can project. We talk about how we can project. Under the projection, I talked about that we need some certain things for our projection. We need computer, we need cables, we need converter, we need the um, splitter, projector, and some other things like that. So when we are talking about all those things, we need to explain them how we can make use of them. I asked us about uh, those things, the converters. The converters, as they looks alike, they are not the same. Hmm? We have HDMI to VGA, we have VGA to HDMI, we have SDI to HDMI, we have HDMI to SDI, we have VGA to HDMI, we have HDMI to AV, AV to HDMI, like that. So one is input, one is output. So when we are using them, we should not make mistake in using them. And easily on how we can project, so I just explained to us that you make sure that you have the correct cable for your system, also the correct cable also for your projector or the screen that you want to make use of. If you are making use of the HDMI cable, use the HDMI cable. But if you maybe your laptop is using VGA and you are making use of the television, which is HDMI, you need to get a converter that will convert the mouth of your computer, which is VGA, to HDMI. Or if you are using projector and your laptop is HDMI, you need to convert the mouth of your cable, which is HDMI, to VGA of the projector. So that is where you need the converter. So when you connect the input to the output, then you have what to project out. But I said something that in projection that some people think is handiwork of the Satan when you're unable to project. No, sometimes it's not so. Hmm? You must know whether your system can project or not, and to know that you press Window plus P. When you press Window plus P, four things will come out. We have the PC screen only, we have duplicate, we have the extend, we have the second screen only. So when we have that, then you know that your PC can project, and through that you're able to project. So I think that will be enough for our exam this semester. Our exam may not cover more than that. Will not maybe cover more than that. So our exam is going to be in form a way that it's going to touch every angle, so that if at all you can't answer this, you're able to answer this. So if you see that it's plenty, don't be scared. Don't be scared, it's very cheap. So I used to do it in such a way that nobody will be able to miss out. If at all you cannot answer this one, you must know another one. So let's read, let's write something very good. I used to say it is very possible for you to score all if you write good thing. So the mark is not cheap, neither the mark is expensive. What about the mark is for you to write the correct thing down. When you write the correct thing down, then you get the good mark. So let's just make sure that we'll read and we'll write the right thing down in the exam. God will help every one of us in the mighty name of Jesus. I want to say to us that uh, I've enjoyed our company. This is going to be the end of ICT for Christian Ministry, because you are graduating to or promoting to the next class. So in year two you will not do anything such of ICT. But if you have any difficulties or you have any issue, you can easily come to me. We'll solve it together. Thank you and God bless you. Amen.